Hey, how much are you getting from the inheritance?
What?
I mean, your dad's inheritance. As the head of such a big company, he must have left behind a significant amount, right?
Are you serious? We're in the middle of the funeral. Don't you think it's disrespectful to talk about that right now?
Come on, he's already gone. So why would it be disrespectful? It's not like I'd have asked about it while he was alive. That'd make it seem like I was only after his money, right?
I really don't understand how you can be so casual about this. You, of all people, should know everything he did for you. So stop disrespecting him like this.
Look, he's already gone, so saying he did a lot for me doesn't mean anything now. Can't you understand that?
Just stop it, okay? I want to focus on being next to my father right now.
Why? Just tell me how much you're getting from the inheritance. I visited him at the hospital too, didn't I? I did my part in looking after him. And didn't he like me quite a lot?
Yes, he did think highly of you. But if he knew you were only interested in his inheritance, don't you think he'd be heartbroken, even up there in heaven? Imagine how much sadness he'd feel, seeing his daughter's husband only caring about his money.
I'm only asking how much the inheritance is. I held off asking this whole time, didn't I? So just tell me already.
At this time? Wait, are you telling me that's what you've been after with me this whole time?
Just tell me. There's a car I want to buy. I need to put a down payment on it before someone else gets it.
You know what? I won't be receiving anything. I'm sorry, but I'm actually just a stepchild, so my share is 0.
Wait a second. What do you mean by that?
I told you, I'm my late mother's child from her previous marriage. I have no right to an inheritance from my stepfather. Not that I was ever expecting to get anything in the first place.
You're a stepchild? Wait, hold on. Are you serious? So you're really getting nothing from him?
Yes, I never wanted it to begin with.
Are you kidding me? I want that inheritance. How am I supposed to buy that luxury car now? How am I supposed to get it?
Why don't you buy it with your own money? And stop shouting already. You're not even a family member.
What the hell are you talking about, not a family member? Do you even know why I married a boring woman like you in the first place?
What?
Your father's inheritance. And now I found out that because you're a stepchild, you're getting absolutely nothing? I married an old lady for this? What a waste. You're worthless to me now. Just get out.
Get out? This is a funeral home, you know. You don't have the right to tell me to leave.
I don't care about rights. I'm telling you to get out. If there's no inheritance for you, then you're useless to me. Since you're a stepchild and get nothing, what about your sister?
My sister is his biological daughter, so...
And that means she'll be getting something, right? She's the one I need to talk to. You, on the other hand, can just go home.
Stop it. Don't ruin this funeral. Can't you just act with some decency for once? And don't bring my sister into this. She doesn't deserve any of this chaos.
Shut up! Stop whining already. Just go home. Otherwise, I'll use force if I have to. And it won't be just you. I'll turn this entire funeral into a circus.
Please stop. There's no point in causing trouble here. There's no need to bother innocent people who have nothing to do with this, is there?
Innocent people? All your stupid relatives are involved in this. They're all responsible. You're all joking if you think I won't get that inheritance.
Fine. If I leave, will you calm down? I'll go if that's what you want. Just please calm down.
Yeah, you're the biggest annoyance here. You've ruined my life. Don't ever show your face to me again.
Are you sure you won't regret this?
Regret? No way. I only regret marrying you, that's all. One way or another, I'll get my hands on that inheritance. I didn't go through all the trouble of marrying a woman way older than me just to walk away empty-handed.
Older? I had no idea you could be this horrible. Hey, Skipper's been messaging me nonstop. It's seriously getting on my nerves. What's his deal? Did something happen that I don't know about? Already? I'm really sorry about that, Avery. He keeps talking about inheritance of all things. Isn't that disturbing? Who even brings that up at a funeral? It feels completely out of place, like he doesn't even realize where he is. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like he married me solely because he thought he'd gain access to my dad's inheritance. Looking back, there were definitely times that made me feel something was a bit off, like he was prioritizing the wrong things. But I never imagined he'd be so rotten, let alone it would come to this. So he didn't even know that you aren't your dad's biological child? He went into this whole marriage without knowing? That's right, I never brought it up. It just didn't seem relevant before, and he probably tried not to get too involved in any family talk on purpose, just so I wouldn't catch on to his intentions. And he'd been carefully waiting for this moment, I guess, counting down to this day, only for it to backfire on him when he found out I don't have the right to inherit anything. Now that he's aware there's no money coming my way, it seems he's completely losing it. Wow, that's so selfish of him. He's really just after money then, with zero consideration for anything else. Anyway, where are you right now? Did you manage to get away? He wouldn't stop yelling at me to leave the funeral hall. It got so bad that it seemed like he was ready to make a huge scene if I didn't. So for now, I've stepped outside, just to avoid him turning everything into a mess right in front of everyone. Well, if he's acting like that, it's probably a good idea to steer clear for now. He's obviously on edge and not thinking straight. It's fine. Besides, the funeral's almost over anyway, so why don't you go on home first? I'll stay here and take care of everything that needs wrapping up. Don't worry about it. But what are you going to do about Skipper? He doesn't sound like he'll leave you alone. Oh, as for him? Don't worry, I'll handle that too. I'll have a little talk with him and get him to leave. Trust me on this, all right? All right. I'm sorry to trouble you with all of this, and thank you, really. Hey, don't mention it. It's the least I can do. But still, I can't believe the situation. Your dad just passed, and now you can't even get a proper chance to say goodbye because of that man. I'm sure your dad is looking down from heaven, and when he sees what Skipper's trying to do, he won't let him get away with it. Karma's coming, one way or another. First I lose my father, and now my husband shows his true colors, turning into someone completely different. This is way more than I can handle.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Seriously? I saw it on TV. You're the heir to Yamada Trading? What does that even mean?
You saw it, so I assume you understand. My father passed away, and I'm stepping in as the next president of the company. That's all there is to it.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Why didn't you tell me any of this?
It wasn't decided yet, so I didn't tell anyone. But my father's will named me as a successor. I'm going to honor his wishes. And considering we're getting divorced, this doesn't concern you.
Hold on a second. If you're the heir to Yamada Trading, then this changes everything. We need to cancel the divorce. I mean, wouldn't that be better for you too?
Oh, now you want to say this? You're so selfish. The only reason you married me in the first place was to get a hold of my father's inheritance. Isn't that right?
No, it wasn't like that. Look, I just lost my cool and said things I didn't mean. But come on, I would never actually think that way. I love you, all right? I swear it.
Don't insult me. If you truly loved me, you wouldn't have done what you did. Even yesterday, after I left, you went and caused trouble for my sister too, didn't you?
Trouble? I wasn't causing trouble. She's the one who said she'd share the inheritance with me.
What?
Come on, I was there for your father. I visited him in the hospital, didn't I? And I even brought him expensive gifts. I have just as much rights to some of the inheritance.
So you're telling me that my sister really said she'd split the inheritance with you?
Yeah, she did. That's why she didn't put up a fuss yesterday. Then this morning, I turned on the TV and see they were talking about how the president of Yamada Trading had passed away.
And that's how you found out I'd be succeeding him, huh? Whatever the case may be, I've already made up my mind to go through with the divorce.
Don't be ridiculous. Come on, it's fine now, right? We can just start over, can't we?
If my sister's going to share the inheritance with you, then you don't have any reason to stick around. So stop coming near me.
Listen, I have a dream, all right? I want to help people who are less fortunate all around the world. I want to bring happiness to those who need it most. With a company as big as Yamada Trading, I think I could actually make that dream come true.
So, what are you trying to say?
I'm saying, let me be a part of Yamada Trading as an executive. That way, I'll be closer to making my dreams a reality. I want to bring joy around the world. I want to work towards world peace. It's my true dream.
How shameless can you be? All you really want is a handout because my father's inheritance isn't coming to you the way you'd hoped. Just yesterday, you were having a tantrum, calling me a useless old hag who wasn't good for anything.
I know, I regret that. I wasn't myself at that moment, I promise. But look, don't you think it's actually a good thing for Yamada Trading to get involved in charitable causes? It would improve the company's public image, and it might even help attract more business.
Oh, really? Don't you think my father would have already considered that? Here's a wake-up call for you. He did. My father was deeply committed to charitable work while he was alive. Yamada Trading is so well known for its charity work that it's practically part of its brand image now. He even spent his own time volunteering. You say you're serious about world peace, but you didn't even know this about my father?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, wait, no. I did know that. It's just now that your father has passed, someone else has to take over.
Why are you still trying to act like this? It's pitiful. No matter how you try to dress it up, what you did at the funeral isn't going to disappear. Every single one of my family members saw it, and none of them trust you anymore. Whatever respect you managed to earn from my father is completely gone.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you told the entire family about what happened yesterday?
Of course I did. I don't owe you anything. Thanks to your little outburst, all the time and effort you spent trying to win over my father was completely wasted.
You arrogant piece of... How dare you talk to me like this? Just get back together with me already.
Absolutely not. No matter what you say, I've made my decision. And frankly, no one's on your side anymore.
Oh, that's not true. Your sister promised she'd split the inheritance with me, remember? She's reasonable, unlike you. It's clear she's truly her father's daughter. She's nothing like you, the illegitimate one.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, I'm just stating the facts. Anyway, once I get the inheritance, I'll start making plans from here. I'll get you to reconsider this divorce. I'm not giving up that easily.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Hey, about what happened yesterday. Can I come by now to collect my share?
Huh? Are you talking about the inheritance?
Of course! You're going to give me a share, right? That's why I left quietly yesterday. I didn't expect you to keep your promise.
Of course, I'll keep my promise. You've come to see my father in the hospital after all.
Yeah, of course I did. Your dad really liked me. He probably recognized me as well. So, just give me the amount that reflects that. I'm counting on you.
The amount that reflects your contributions, huh? Sure, I can do that. So, how should I hand it over?
I'll come over now. Your relatives are still there, right? It seems like there are some bad rumors about me going around, so I need your help to clear that up. Vivian did something unnecessary, it seems.
Okay, then I'll introduce you to my relatives.
That would really help. It's good to see that we can communicate well. You're truly the daughter of the president of Yamada Trading after all. Just like I expected. It's nice to know we're on the same page.
Right? I want to ensure everything goes smoothly. It's important that everyone sees you in a good light, especially after all the misunderstandings that have happened.
Exactly. I appreciate you looking out for me. After all, we need to keep our relationship strong. This inheritance can mean a lot for both of us.
I understand. It's not just about the money. It's about our connection and how we can support each other moving forward. Let's make sure everything is handled professionally.
Definitely. I trust you to help me navigate this situation. With your support, I think we can turn things around.
Good. Let's get this sorted out. I'm glad we're working together on this.
Hey! What was that all about? You said you'd share the inheritance with me, right?
I did share it, didn't I?
$15? Are you serious? That's just insulting. You gotta be kidding me. Give me more.
But you said you wanted an appropriate amount, didn't you? So that's what I gave you, an appropriate amount. Honestly, $15 is more than enough. You should be thanking me for that.
How can you even justify giving me just $15? I want a reasonable explanation for this. Otherwise...
Otherwise what? You're going to try and intimidate me? Just like you did when you backed down in front of the relatives yesterday? You only came to visit my father twice while he was in the hospital. So, that's how I calculated the transportation cost. $7 for a round trip twice. I even had a little extra just to be nice.
You're insulting me.
You're the one acting like a big shot after just 2 visits. That's what's really ridiculous.
But I had a good relationship with him long before he got sick. But wait, is there no will?
What?
There must be a will that includes my name. Even if it's not about the inheritance, I should at least get something. After all, I was trusted by your father.
Your name is not on the will. If it was, believe me, I would have let you know.
No way! You're all just hiding the fact that my name is there. You're a bunch of cowards. All of you related to Yamada Corporation. I might as well report you all.
Go ahead and do what you want. But just so you know, my father didn't like you at all.
What?
He thought you were a shallow man. He was worried about Vivian. You probably don't even know that. That's why I kept a close eye on Vivian. I didn't trust you, and I figured it was better to be safe than sorry.
No, that can't be right. He told me all sorts of things.
It's easy to pretend to get along without stepping on anyone's toes, you know. My father was a genuine businessman. The fact that your name isn't in the will is the best proof of that. If you think I'm lying, I can call a lawyer to confirm it for you.
So you're saying you're all just a family of liars?
Huh?
Exactly. You've just been playing my emotions, making me think there was something there. You guys are nothing but dirty thieves, hoarding the inheritance for yourselves. I'm going to post about this online.
Is that all you can do? If you're feeling brave, why don't you come over and confront us in person?
Huh, there's no need for that. I'll make sure you all are ruined. Just you wait.
So, you can only act tough with women, huh? How impressive. Well then, good luck with your plan to destroy us.
You bastard! You have to understand, this isn't just about money. It's about respect. I thought I meant something to your family. I thought I was trusted and valued, not just some random outsider looking for a handout.
What did you expect? You've always been on the outside looking in. You think 2 visits to the hospital make you a member of the family? It doesn't work that way.
But I was there for your father when he needed help. I stood by him. That should count for something.
You were there for him, yes, but don't you see? It wasn't just about being physically present. It was about genuine love and commitment, something you clearly lack. You're just trying to cash in on a relationship that wasn't what you thought it was.
You have no idea what I've done for him, the support I provided, the comfort I gave him during his worst days. That meant something to him, even if you can't see it.
No, all you see is a potential for profit. You can't hide that from me. It's painfully obvious. And you know what? This attitude of entitlement is why you'll never get anything from my family.
How dare you? Think you could just dismiss me like that? I'll make sure everyone knows what kind of family you really are.
Go ahead. No one is going to believe your lies. They know you for what you really are. A leech trying to drain the last bit of goodwill from my father's memory.
You're going to regret this, I swear. You'll pay for underestimating me.
You're really going to threaten me now? That's rich. You should learn how to deal with your own emotions instead of trying to lash out at me. You're just making yourself look pathetic.
I'm not done with this. You think you won? I'll fight back, and I'll make sure everyone knows the truth about your so-called generosity.
Good luck with that. I'll be here, living my life while you waste yours plotting revenge. You're only digging your own grave.
You haven't seen the last of me. I'll prove to everyone that you're just a bunch of frauds.
Then bring it on. I'm ready for whatever you've got. Just know that this isn't the end. This is just the beginning, and I won't back down.
Hey, please, I'm begging you, don't abandon me. I really regret everything.
This is all your fault, you know. You tried to accuse my family, and now look where that's got you. Everything's backfired on you.
Please, just call off the divorce. You know, I thought I'd be getting some inheritance, so I went ahead and bought a lot of things on my credit card.
What?
The car you know I wanted? I've actually signed the contract for it. If things keep going like this, I'm going to go bankrupt. I'll be drowning in debt. On top of that, after that scandal, they cut ties with me at the company. And all my friends are drifting away. It's all falling apart.
Well, that's a natural consequence, isn't it?
Don't say something so cold. Please, I'm not asking for the inheritance anymore, but at least don't abandon me.
So is that why you wanted the inheritance so badly? But someone like you, who only married me for my family's wealth, doesn't deserve my help. If you keep bothering me about this, I will take legal action.
Come on, you weren't always this heartless, were you? What are you pretending to be strong for? The you I know would help me out.
I need to keep it together for my father's sake. I have to be strong as a daughter and as the next president of the company.
Damn it! Please, I'm begging you, help me out. Just one more time, let's...
No way. I've lost so much by marrying someone like you. I've made a terrible mistake marrying a person as low as you.
What? You think I'm this slow? What am I supposed to do now?
How should I know? That's not my problem. Oh wait, with the $15 you got, you could spread some smiles around the world, right? And that was your dream, wasn't it?
I don't need your sarcasm right now. You think this is funny? I'm in real trouble here. You have no idea what I'm going through.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. You're the one who got yourself into this mess. You thought you could just ride on my family's coattails and live the high life without consequences. Well, guess what? It doesn't work that way.
Listen, I made some mistakes, but I thought we could work things out. I thought you would understand.
Understand? Understand what? That you thought it was okay to betray me and my family? You thought I'd just sit back and let you take advantage of us?
I wasn't trying to betray anyone. I made a mistake, but I'm still the same person you fell in love with.
Really? The person I fell in love with wouldn't have done what you did. They wouldn't have put me in this position. You've changed, and not for the better.
I'm begging you. Just give me a chance to prove I can change. I'll do anything. Just please don't leave me like this.
And what would that change entail? You've shown me who you really are. Why would I want to be around someone who only thinks about themselves and their own needs?
'Cause I love you. I still care about you, even if I messed up.
Love? You think love is enough to fix all this? It's not enough when you've hurt me and disrespected everything we've built together.
I didn't mean to hurt you. Can't we just forget about everything and start fresh?
Start fresh? You really think that's possible? After everything you've done? After all the damage you've caused? It's not that easy, and I can't just erase the past.
Please think about it. I promise I'll make it right. Just give me one more chance.
You think I haven't thought about it? Every day I wish things could go back to how they were, but I know they can't. You've burned that bridge.
You can't be serious. Thought we had something special.
You thought wrong. It's not special when it's built on lies and manipulation. You need to face the truth about who you are.
I'm begging you. I'll do better. Just don't give up on me.
I'm done with this conversation. You need to figure out your own life. I can't keep getting dragged down by your mistakes.
No, please, I need you. You're my only hope.
Your hope? You had hope when you were using me for my family's money. You need to find a way to stand on your own 2 feet without relying on me.
I can't do it without you. I don't know how.
You need to grow up and take responsibility for your actions. This is your life now, and it's time for you to face the consequences. How did it go? Were you able to properly wrap things up? Yeah, the divorce has been finalized successfully. At first, he was yelling quite a bit, but it seems like he has lost his energy now. He was like a child resisting a shot, huh? But you did well. It's a tough time as it is. No, it's thanks to you. Besides, the one who's really suffering is you, right? As a nurse, you've been facing your father's situation all this time. What are you talking about? Unlike you, I'm holding it together. This isn't going to get to me. Avery, you don't have to worry about me. You managed to handle everything yourself this time, right? So you should prioritize yourself a little too. Our father told me that Vivian doesn't have good judgment about people, so I should keep an eye on you. What? Our father saw right through that man from the very beginning. That's why I couldn't just leave you to deal with it alone. Really? If that was the case, you should have told me. Who could say the man you married is a jerk? But now that it's all settled, it turned out okay in the end. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about me. You can cry if you want. What are you saying? I'm not going to cry in front of you, the scaredy cat. After my divorce was finalized, Skippy left town. This marked the beginning of a tumultuous chapter in his life, where everything he once knew began to unravel. He quickly found himself trapped in what could only be described as debt hell. The term seems fitting, conjuring images of a deep, dark pit from which escape feels impossible. It wasn't merely financial distress that he faced. The consequences of his actions led to the loss of many friendships in a scandal that erupted. Those who once stood by his side seemed to vanish overnight, leaving him isolated and vulnerable. The emotional fallout from losing friends can be just as damaging as any financial setback. Friends are often seen as a support system, a safety net that cushions life's harsh blows. For Skippy, the absence of the safety net must have been incredibly painful. It seems that he found himself in a situation where, when he needed help the most, not a single person reached out to offer support. The emptiness of that realization must have been profound, forcing him to confront a painful truth. He had believed he had a strong social network, yet when faced with adversity, he was alone. Moreover, it became apparent that Skippy felt entirely cut off from his family. In times of crises, many people turn to their families for love and support. However, for him, that option was non-existent. He couldn't even return to his parents' home for comfort or refuge, which must have felt like a devastating betrayal of the familial bonds he once took for granted. Instead of a warm embrace or understanding conversation, he faced a stark and lonely reality. The concept of home, which should represent safety and security, transformed into a painful reminder of his failures. Eventually, he found himself living a life without a home. The transition from having a stable living situation to being homeless is jarring and deeply traumatic. This change signifies more than just a loss of physical space. It reflects a profound loss of identity and stability. Living without a home signifies being adrift, lacking the anchors that usually provide direction and purpose. For someone like Skippy, who once believed himself to be well-liked and respected, the experience of homelessness must have shattered his self-image. Throughout his life, Skippy always harbored a belief in his personal charm and likability. He likely thought that his charisma could carry him through any rough patch, enabling him to maintain relationships even in the face of adversity. However, this harsh reality must have forced him to confront a different truth. When the going got tough, no one came to his aid. The absence of support must have been a bitter pill to swallow. It likely stung deeply to recognize that no one was there for him in his time of need. Such realizations can be incredibly humbling, leading one to reflect on the depth and authenticity of their relationships. In moments of crises, it becomes crucial to examine how connections are built. Skippy might have been left questioning how many of those relationships were genuine and how many were merely superficial. Such reflections are often painful and can lead to a reevaluation of one's self-worth and the impact of their actions on others. The absence of support during his darkest moments undoubtedly forced him to confront the fragility of his social ties. Meanwhile, I find myself grappling with the fact that I, too, was once deceived by a man like Skippy. I invested considerable hope and faith in him, believing wholeheartedly in his dreams and aspirations. I supported him, thinking he would rise above his challenges and become a better person. To realize that I had been misled by his charm is a difficult realization. It stings to think that I allowed myself to be swept up in his narrative, trusting in his promises only to discover they were empty. The shame of being deceived by someone who ultimately proved to be unreliable weighs heavily on me. It's disheartening to confront the fact that I, too, can be vulnerable to the allure of charm and charisma. I had invested my emotions and trust in someone who was not deserving of it, and that realization is a bitter pill to swallow. This embarrassment makes me reflect on my choices and question my judgment. As I navigate my current role as the next president of Yamada Corporation, I am faced with my own set of challenges. My days are filled with meetings, decisions, and responsibilities that seem to come from every direction. The pressures associated with this position are immense, and there are moments when I feel as though they threaten to crush me under their weight. Balancing the needs of the company, employees, and stakeholders can be overwhelming. The expectations placed upon me are significant, and I often wonder if I am truly up to the task. Leading a company is no small feat, and I am constantly aware of the eyes that are on me, waiting to see how I will handle the responsibilities entrusted to me. There are days when self-doubt creeps in, and I question whether I have the skills and capabilities to lead effectively. However, I remind myself that growth often comes from discomfort, and it is through overcoming these challenges that I will grow stronger. Fortunately, I have a wonderful ally in Avery. Her support has been invaluable, and I often find myself relying on her in ways I hadn't anticipated. Despite her demanding job as a nurse, which undoubtedly comes with its own set of challenges, she always makes time for me. It amazes me how she balances her own responsibilities while still being there to lift me up when I need it most. Avery's dedication to her work and to our friendship is truly commendable. Avery affectionately refers to me as Scaredy Cat Vivian, a nickname that has become a source of comfort in moments of anxiety. It's a lighthearted reminder that I don't have to take life too seriously, even when the pressures mount. In her own unique way, she brings humor and warmth into my life, helping to lighten the load I carry. There's something refreshing about her ability to see the lighter side of things, and it often helps me gain perspective during challenging times. There are certainly times when I feel that her protective nature can be a bit overwhelming. I sometimes wonder if she might be overstepping, given that I am trying to carve out my own identity as a strong leader. However, even in those moments of doubt, I recognize the genuine care behind her actions. It is reassuring to know that I have someone who genuinely cares about my well-being. Avery's unwavering belief in me serves as a foundation of strength that I can lean on. I know that her support comes from a place of love and friendship, and that makes all the difference in my ability to navigate the challenges I face. Navigating the complexities of leadership while processing the fallout from my past relationship with Skippy is no easy feat. Each day presents its own challenges, but I find strength in the knowledge that I have Avery by my side. It's a comforting thought, knowing that no matter how tumultuous my personal life may be, I have a solid foundation of support to rely on as I forge ahead in my professional endeavors. As I reflect on everything that has transpired, I find myself thinking about the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Skippy and the strength I've gained from my current position. Life has a way of throwing curveballs at us, forcing us to adapt and grow. The pain of betrayal and the burden of leadership have both shaped me into a more resilient individual. I am learning to navigate my emotions, to stand tall in the face of adversity, and to embrace the support of those around me. Ultimately, I have come to understand that while Skippy's departure and the chaos of my past may have left scars, they do not define me. Instead, they serve as reminders of my strength and resilience. I have the power to shape my future, and with Avery's support, I am more than capable of rising to the challenges ahead. The journey may be fraught with difficulties, but it is also filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and self-discovery. As I look forward to the future, I do so with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. I will not let the shadows of my past overshadow the potential that lies ahead. I am committed to making the most of my role at Yamada Corporation and to nurturing the relationships that truly matter. With each passing day, I am learning to appreciate the beauty of resilience and the strength found in genuine connections. In the face of adversity, I will continue to stand strong, fueled by the unwavering support of those who believe in me, including my dear friend Avery. Looking ahead, I realize that I must continue to cultivate a positive environment at work, one where collaboration and support thrive. I want to foster relationships based on mutual respect and trust, rather than the superficiality that I encountered in my previous relationship. The lessons learned from my experience with Skippy serve as a guide for me as I build a healthier and more supportive workplace culture. Additionally, I have started to engage more with my colleagues, seeking their insights and fostering open communication. I recognize that leadership is not just about making decisions, it's also about listening and valuing the contributions of others. By creating an inclusive atmosphere where everyone feels heard, I hope to inspire my team and promote a sense of unity. Each small step taken towards building those connections helps reinforce my commitment to fostering a positive work environment.